Project Sonic 2017. It's the newest 3D Sonic game and Sonic Team's first game since Sonic Lost World. It's released around the holiday season and it was revealed in July of 2016 as the Sonic 25th anniversary party along with Sonic Mania. I'm stoked for the latter. It looks fantastic. New and old zones with classic Sonic gameplay and amazing pixel art all running at a brother's smooth 60 frames per second. Sign me up! But about the former, I'm split. Split between optimism and skepticism. I'll tell both sides of the story of my conflicted brain in this video. So take a seat, grab some popcorn or other concession stand delicacy, and join me as we go through optimism and skepticism about the new 3D Sonic title. Starting with optimism, let's talk about how long this game's been in development. This requires some explanation. You would think the game started development in 2013, the year Sonic Lost World came out, but you would be mistaken. See, there are actually two halves of Sonic Team. During Sonic 06's very troubled development, Sonic Team split into two teams, which I will call Team 1 and Team 2. Team 1 developed bigger titles like the aforementioned Sonic 06, as well as Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Generations. Team 2 is put in charge of titles smaller in scope, like Sonic Riders games, Sonic and the Secret Rings, or the ill-fated Sonic Runners. Sonic Lost World wasn't a Team 1 game, it was a Team 2 game. Yeah, compare it to say Sonic Unleashed and you'll see the difference. Sonic Unleashed is a much bigger game. Better graphics, more story, better story, and more complex gameplay. Sonic Unleashed on PS3 and Xbox 360 was a Team 1 game. The last Team 1 game was Sonic Generations, not counting a 2012 PC port because that was done by a European studio that no longer exists. That means this game has been in development for half a decade, because Generations was the last Team 1 game and that initially came out in 2011. It's safe to say that it started right after Generations was finished, so that means this game has been in the works for almost 6 years straight. That's a very long time for a Sonic game. They had to have ironed out at least some of the issues and bugs by now, right? I mean, it's taken 6 years to develop, instead of like 1 year and, you know, that one game that took like 3 weeks to develop. Next up on the optimism train, gameplay styles. It's been announced that 3 characters will be playable in the game. Classic Sonic, Modern Sonic, and an entirely new character created for the game. It's safe to assume that Classic Sonic and Modern Sonic will play like they did in Generations, but it's been confirmed that at least some of the game will be enjoyable. Sonic Generations was, and still is, a fan-favorite Sonic game, so it's a step in the right direction. The last thing I'm optimistic about is the power of the hardware it will be on. The game will be on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the PC, and the Nintendo Switch. All of these platforms have fantastic capabilities, so we'll see some absolutely breathtaking visuals for sure. Sonic Team has a knack for mastering the console's power early on. Look at Sonic Unleashed, for example. It came out in 2008, 3 years after the 360 launch, 2 years after the PS3 launch, and almost 9 years ago. It's a gorgeous game. Similarly with Sonic Lost World, it too is one of the prettiest Wii U titles that are released only a year after launch. It's safe to say that the game will look at least good. At least. However, sadly, the optimism stops here. Because now we're gonna look at what I'm skeptical about. First, the fact that we know absolutely, positively nothing about the game. Modern Sonic could play like Sonic Boom, and Classic Sonic could be a mini-game for all we know. We don't know what the plot is, we don't know what it looks like, we don't really have any concrete information on what the game will play like other than it has 3 characters. Who knows? This could turn out to be the absolute worst game in the franchise, and kill the franchise while it's at it. This point kinda ties into the last. The new character. The new character made for the game. This character absolutely terrifies me. We don't know who they are. We don't know what gender they are. We don't know what species they are. We don't know what their power is. Nothing. This is a new playable character too. 2 out of the 3 anniversary games that have ever come out, Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic 06 had one of their new characters that have terrible gameplay. In Sonic Adventure 2, Rouge shared Knuckles gameplay, which is probably some of the worst gameplay in the Sonic series. The treasure hunting levels are absolutely painful. And don't get me started on Silver's gameplay in Sonic 06. It's slow, it's clunky, it's got terrible puzzles, it's bad, it's so bad. Their gameplay is terrible, and most of the game is just hypothetical bad characters. The game will turn out to be a bad game, and I don't want this to happen. Project Sonic 2017 is a very mysterious game. All we know is a couple of snippets from translated live streams and Japanese magazines, and the only trailer we have is purely CGI, no gameplay. So, basically that was what I was optimistic and skeptical about when it comes to the game. If we want to see any info anytime soon, well, we're gonna get some info on the March 16th South by Southwest Sonic panel, but until then we're just gonna have to wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. What? Anyways, thanks for watching. You can comment down your opinions, but please keep it safe and try to make it argument free. We're all Sonic fans. Try to respect each other's opinions. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!